And audio, talking. Hello. How are you doing, Mama?
I'm doing all right.
That's good. All right.
I got a little
Um,
garden work done yesterday.
nice. What all were you working on with the garden?
I weeded and the bed that I do my sunflowers and zinnias in,
Hmm.
which I should have done like a month ago. But hey, I
Better
have
late than
actually,
never.
yeah, I had actually planted them in June one year and they came up just fine.
Hmm. That's good.
So they may just be a little later blooming.
Yeah, I haven't been up to much on my side. Uh, sort of existing, unfortunately. Trying to get past some things is what it is.
Yeah.
Um, yeah. So let's hop over to Sudoku, because that is some fun stuff. So first puzzle for today, I click start recording, is Mystery Prime Cages 6x6 by Kodak. Each row and column contains the digits from 1 to 6 once each. The digits in each cage sum to a prime number, but no two cages sum to the same prime. Digits in a cage may repeat. This is very similar to a previous puzzle that we did, but this one's got this ridiculously huge cage here. So, first thing
Well,
I'm going to do, well,
the one on the left contains the digits 1 through 6
yeah,
plus whatever is, which is
which is,
21 plus whatever that one is.
and it can't be 22, and so it can't be any odd digit. Um, so 21, 23, 25 isn't allowed, and 27 isn't allowed. So this has to be a 2. So if we think about what possible primes there are, we've got 2, 3, oops, zoom, 2, 3, 5, 7 for our single digit primes, and we've got 11, 13, 17, and 19, 23, and 29. 31, not 33, not 30, no, 37 is prime, 39 is not. 41, 43, 47, but not 49. Because the numbers we have to check are if they're divisible by 3, 5, or 7.
Right. And cell 1
Uh,
of the grid is odd because the two cell ones there have to be an odd and an even, because two odds is an even and two evens is even, and you can't have an even be prime
right, okay,
unless it's 2.
yeah. But since they're 2 digits, yeah, I think this one is the only one that could be the prime 2. Well, in fact, I know that that's the only one that could be the prime 2. Yeah, and then finish filling this out. 51, 53, 57, 59, 61, 67, I think is prime. What's the maximum this could be? 20 plus 18 plus 12 plus 5
is 35.
Isn't that more than that? Because this is 20
Oh,
and
right.
18 plus 12. So 18 and 12 is 30. 55. So we don't need to go any bigger than 55, I don't think, for possible primes. And we know that this one was 23, so 23 is out as a possibility again. What's the minimum? That would be 15 and 10, which is 25, plus 4, which is 29. It's a fairly large range.
Yeah.
But I think the only other one that could come close is this one.
Primes. No two cages have the same prime.
Yeah. Because this one is 12 plus 5 is 17. And this one is 15 plus 6 is 21. So everything has to be smaller. So everything else other than the two giant cages have to be between 2 and 19, which is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 primes. And 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 options. Well, the only one that could be 3 is this one. And the only one that could be 2 is this one. The reason that these can't be 3 is because of this 2 here. And this one's too small, and that one's, or excuse me, this one's too big, and that one's way too big. So it's 2 and 3, which are placed here, and the rest are 5, 7, 11, 13, 17, and 19. So we know 19 exists as a prime. And it can't be in this cage, because 2 6s and 5 is 17. So this has to be 19. And then this is max 15. So I think this has to be 17. Because our highest digit is 6. So this is a pair of 6s and a 5. So 13. Well, 13 is going to have to be in this one. And I think 11 has to be in this one.
Well, because I was looking at the two there at the top.
Mm-hmm.
It's either because 4 would have to go with either 1 or 3. 6 has to go with 1 or 5. If 4 is with 1, then 6 has to be with 5, which is 5, 6, which is 11. If 4 is 3, that's 7. Well, 6 can't be with 1, so 6 is, it's always going to be 5, 6. So, yeah. And then 4 is going to be with either 1 or 3. So, yeah, 11 is gone.
So this one's 13, 19, 17, 11. And so these are 5 and 7. This one we know has to have 4 in it.
Well,
This
that's going
can't
to
be
have
1,
to have 4 in
6.
it.
It can't be 2, 5. So if it's 7, it is 3, 4.
Well, it can't have 2 or 6 in it because it sees 2
Yeah, and
and it
6.
sees 6 on both. So it has to have a 4 in it as it's even.
Oh, right.
Which removes the 4 possibility from below it.
Right.
And since 1, 3, or 1, 4 and 3, 4 are both, then that eliminates 5 and 7.
From where?
Well, because at the top.
Oh, right. We know the 2, 3 is this one. I was trying to point with my hand for some reason. 5 and
Right,
7
but.
are these two. 11's
Right.
this one, and then this one over here is 13.
Why are you saying 2 and 3 are both
Because,
eliminated? Oh,
well,
it's 2 or 3. It's
yeah,
whichever one it is, that's what it is.
yeah,
Because there's only one single digit one.
yeah. And none of these could have been 3 because of the 2.
Right,
And
right.
then these are all too big. Well, this one's actually quite restricted. Well, I don't want to say quite restricted, but these 6s here minimize potentials as to what this can be. And so maximizing this now, you've got, I think this is still 20, but this one's max 5, 4, 3, so that's 12. And well, this couldn't be a 5-6 pair, but you can still have 6 down here, and 4, 3, 2, which is 15. So 12 and 15 is 27, plus 20 is 47. Okay. 13. How do we get 13 and 3? So, 2, 5, 6. So it can't have a 1 in it. So that makes that a 1. 3, 4, 6. And if our max is a 5, then I need to make 8, which I can't do. Because I'd have to do 2 4s.
Right.
Oh, I don't know why.
We're missing a prime.
Um,
There's got to be one between 13 or between 19.
this one's 19.
Yeah.
But this has to have a 6, so 5 and 6. It also has to have a 4. And to get 13, I'd have to have a 3. So there's a 2. But now, where can 6 go in this cage? Can't go there, or there. So 6s are in one of those two positions. Okay, if this is 19, this is minimum 13, which had to have a 6 in it. And a 5 would make this 14, which is also going to have a 6. So I think that can't be a 6, and that is. Making this a 5, and now we definitely have 14. So 14 is 3, 5, 6, and well, that's the only option, isn't it?
Yeah.
Because there's no other ways to make 8 with a maximum of 5, and if I made the max 5, then I would need 9, which would be a 4, 5. So 3, 5, 6, 3, 5, 6, 4, 3, not a 3, not a 6 is a 6, and now this doesn't have a single 6 in it. 3. So this we know is 15.
Right. Column 3 has 1, 2, and 4 left.
Well, this has to be a 1, 4 pair then. Because it has to have 4 and it has to have 1.
Right.
Two 4 is going to make this a 5. Where's 5 in this one? It's not
5,
here or here.
Yeah.
2, 3, 4. 4. 4, not 2. This has to have a 4, and that has to have a 4, so none of those are 4. This is 5, so this is 7. Nice. What did this end up totaling to? Big number. But that's 15 and 10.
25, 29.
29. Make sure I minimize that, because I've forgotten to do that a few times. And if I don't minimize it, it stays on the screen. Yeah, alright. Copy this. Grab a different piece real quick. That way I can put it into the description of the video. That's that one. That one didn't show up on the screen. But yeah, alright. Then, let's head over to the next puzzle. Diagonal Snakes by Monkey Apprentice. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Create 2 non-overlapping, non-crossing snakes connecting the colored cells, i.e., one snake connecting the purple cells and one snake connecting the green cells. The snakes move horizontally or vertically and may not touch themselves even diagonally. They may touch each other. No snake contains either all high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, or all low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4, and the other all odd digits or all even digits. No snake may enter a cell with a
One
gray
snake.
circle.
Oh,
Yeah.
sorry.
Um,
Because when you read that, I think you said no snake contains either all high or all low instead of
yeah, I
one
think I
snake.
did too, because I was getting really confused. So
And I thought you were rereading that, and then I realized no, you'd started the next sentence.
yeah,
Sorry.
no, because I definitely think I read no here, and I got super confused when I got to no snake here as well. But yeah, so I don't know. Maybe we just start over from the beginning. Diagonal snakes by Monkey Apprentice. Normal Sudoku rules apply. Create two non-overlapping, non-crossing snakes connecting the colored cells, i.e., one snake connecting the purple cells and one snake connecting the green cells. The snakes move horizontally or vertically and may not touch themselves even diagonally, but they may touch each other. One snake contains either all high digits, 6, 7, 8, 9, or all low digits, 1, 2, 3, 4. The other is all odd digits or all even digits. No snake may enter a cell with a gray circle. A digit in a gray circle is odd. Digits separated by an X sum to 10, and digits separated by a V sum to 5. Digits separated by a white dot are consecutive. Digits separated by a black dot have a 2 to 1 ratio, and digits cannot repeat along the negative diagonal. I think I read it correctly that time, and I think we're ready. Where do we begin here?
Well, gray circles are odd.
Mm-hmm. And
And the
actually,
other
none of
side of
them
the
are
X
7.
is going to be odd.
These can't have a 5, and there's no 7, so there's no 3.
Well, and the other X in that box cannot be 3, 7, so it has to be even.
This is 1, 4. C's a 2. Well, this is either 2 or 8. Because 1 only goes to 2, and 4 goes to 2
Right.
or 8.
And that 1, 9 doesn't help with either snake because one is either all high or all low, and 1 and 9 can be either one.
Mm-hmm.
And it's odd, so.
Yeah. So we know the purple snake is not the even snake. Although we're not even guaranteed an even snake.
Right, because it could be the odd snake and the other one is all high or low.
Although one thing we do know is that the purple snake cannot go left. Oh, yes, it could, if it was all
If
odds.
it's odd.
Darn it. Well, no snake can enter a gray circle.
Right.
So it's a
So
gray
it's gonna have to
circle.
go up.
So green goes down here and purple goes up. And then green, the snakes don't overlap, so green continues to go down. one thing I just realized is you cannot have 5. Yes, you can.
On
You
either
if it's all
side.
odd, all odds.
Oh, all odds, yeah.
Oh, where does 7 in this box? Well, it's not on the top, and it's not on the left side, and it's not on the bottom. It has to be on here, with 6 or 8 paired with it. So purple cannot be 1.
Right, because it's either odd.
Oh, 1 and 7.
Yeah.
A 2, not a 3. Two has to be in there. But that's not that useful. Alright, if this is 1, this is 7. If this is 9, then it's high digits. No, it could still be odds then.
It could still be odd.
But if 1 is odd, 1 forces odds. 9 is either high or odd. We just know that purple's not low digits. Okay. Green cannot be high digits. The reason green can't be high digits is there's 2 high digits here, you can't have 3 more.
Right. Okay.
So green is either low, or evens, or odds. Excuse me. Okay. The only way purple can go this way is if it's high digits.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it has to go down if it's odds. What were you going to say?
Well, if green is evens, it has to turn.
Yeah.
Because it can't cross the consecutive dot, the white crop key.
Yeah. If green is low and crosses the crop key dot, then it would have to go to the right.
Uh-huh.
And this would be a 3. Green has to get out of this box if it's low digits. It couldn't go back up for multiple reasons. If it went down, it would be stuck, because that would be 3, 1, 4. I guess this could be 2, and then we could continue this way for low digits. Wait, no, it can't go through that, because if I go down, that is 2, so that becomes 8. And then that's the other low digit, so then this would be stuck. So green would have to go this way, and then it could go down to grab... Well, it would have to go down to grab 2. Then it wouldn't be able to go down farther, so it would have to go right. And then we're close to being done. We just need one more step. Which we know that this one's low, so that's likely. If purple is high digits, and we go here, we could technically go up and around the 5. And then I either exit in one of these two positions, where this 7 is, or this empty spot is. Because the farthest I can go rightwards, well, there's already a 7 there, and we're saying this is high digits. So that's all the high digits. So it would have to go down. And the 7's a high digit, so it would have to go down. And then it would have to leave, so that's a high digit. And then it's going to have to go around the 2, and it can't go on to green. Green can't be evens, I just realized, because this has one of the evens on it. That's 4 evens. Okay, hold on. So we've got green, and we've got purple. Purple, I can spell. And our options are odd, even, high, and low. Now, green cannot be high digits, because there's already 2 of them. Green cannot be even digits, because if it was, then that's 3 evens and 1 of them on the Kroppy dot, because they're odd and even, because they're consecutive.
Right, and if it's even or odd, it can't cross the Kroppy dot.
Exactly. So it would have to go here to escape this box, but now I have 5 evens. So green is not even. It's odd or low. Because it's odd or low, I haven't made a determination, or it hasn't, that hasn't made it one of our categories yet. We know that purple cannot be even. So, one of them has to be the odd group. We also know that purple is not low
Cannot be
because
low.
of the 6, 7, 8 here. So, one of them is odd, and the other is either low or high. So, if purple was odd, then we know that green takes this low path around this way. And purple being odd would force it to go down, and that's green, so purple would have to go right. And that's 4 odds, so that's fine. We'd have to... We know that green takes up this 1, 4, so purple goes here, and it can't go down, but it's odds, so that's fine. We take the 7. And that's a 5th odd, so I have to go down. I can't go right. And that we know is even, so we have to go down. So now we know that green looks like that, while purple looks like this. Can't go left or right, or left or down, so we go right. And we're odd, so we can go... Well, if we went down, we'd have to go all the way down, which is fine. But then I can't get here. So I can't go straight down. So I have to go right. And if this is odds, because green is lows, then I have to go this way to connect. Okay, that seems like it's probably the more likely. If green is... if green is odd, then it can't cross, so we go there. That's our 5th odd, so that goes down. And then... Well, we can't cross the V, because it's an odd and an even, so we go down 2 more. And we've run out of direction going down, so we have to go right, because that's an odd. So this ends up being green regardless. I mean, easily just do that, and that's the last odd there. Or we go around, and that seems fine as well. I think that would be fine. And then purple, if this was the odd path for green, purple would have to be high digits, so it would have to cross. You can't go to the 5. Oh.
Oh?
Green would be odds. In the example I just went over. Right? And if green is odds, that's, yeah, that was an option. So let's say green was odds. Then purple is high digits. If purple is high digits, it can't go to 5. Therefore, it has to go up or down. However, can it go up or down? This is all of the odds, and all of the odds include 2 of my high digits. Oh, green can't be odds anyway, because this has to have 7 on it, so that green can't be odd. So green is low digits. So, that's fine. So green is low, and that means purple cannot be high digits, it must be odd digits. And if purple is an odd digit, then that's a 7. Did the logic that got there make sense?
Yeah.
Okay. Because if green was odd, then it would have to take up all of the possible odds in the box. And then we wouldn't have room for a 7. I don't know. Even without that 7, those were 2 high digits, and I'd have to go up, but the odds contain 2 high digits, so there's that other one. But already taken care of. Well, purple can't cross the Kropke dot if it's odd. So purple must go down now, so green must cross here, and we know that this is a 3, because we've got low digits.
And 3 is not consecutive with 1.
Right. And so purple now has to go in a different path. It goes this way. And now green, like I said before, if green went down, this would be a 2. It would be the only possible low digit that it could be. However, since none of those are now low digits, because I have 4 low digits, it would be stuck. So green has to go this way, and it can't go here because that's already 4 low digits, so green goes down, and it can no longer go down anymore, so it must go to the right. This must be a low digit, so it's a 2.
And since purple is odd, it cannot cross the Kropke dot down there in the bottom corner.
Right, so it goes left, and it's odds, so it cannot touch these evens, so it goes up and out.
And the center digit of box 9, since it's odd, it can't be 1 or 9 because they're in the box. It can't be 7, which is on the line.
Hmm.
Yeah. And column 8 is left with nothing but even digits left. So,
Purple must continue, and it can't cross.
yeah.
Go ahead.
Well, in box 6, it's got to continue. The purple has to continue, but it can't go to the right because in order to get past the evens, it would have to go. Yeah, there's no way for it to get around, so it's going to have to go left.
And then up, because it can't cross the crappie dot. Yeah. And the reason we know that these are evens is because these are odds 7 and a gray circle for the last odd.
And it wouldn't, in box 6, it wouldn't be able to go up because then it wouldn't be able to escape the evens.
Right, because it'd be stuck with evens around it. We know that these are odd. 1, 3, 5, 7, 9. Neither of them are 7. This one's not a 5 or a 3. We know that this one's odd because we've got all of the even digits there. But, like you said, it would be surrounded by evens and couldn't escape. And now it can't go up to 2, and it can't go down, because then it wouldn't be able to come back around, and it's not allowed to touch itself orthogonally. And we know that this is an even digit anyway, because these are 1, 3, 5, 7, 9, these two not 7s. But since this is odd, that this is even, so it can't go down anyway, so it goes this way. Green connects there. And so purple must go up. Cannot be this crappie dot, because we know that this is 2, 4, 6, or 8, not a 2, not a 4. And actually, 2, 4, 6, and 8 means these two are 1, 3, 5, 7, and 9, not 3, this one over here, not a 7, and it must continue with the last odd. So now our snakes are complete.
Cell 1 of the puzzle,
yeah,
is a even, because there are 5 odds on the diagonal.
Yep.
Which makes the one below it a 1.
These have to be all of the digits higher than 4, and none of these can be 7, or just simply those two 7s mean the 7s over here, and those aren't 7, so that's a 7.
Right.
Takes
The
the
white
7 out of this
crappie dot
one.
between boxes 5 and 6, the right hand side between 5 and 6, the right hand side can't be a 1 because it doesn't have anything to go to.
And then
And
this
the
one
other
can't be a 1 or a
has to be
3.
a 9.
9 makes that an 8. This is now 1, because you got 3, 5, 9, and 7 here. This is a 6. And these are 6s, not an 8, so not a 9. Not an 8, so not a 2. This is a 9, so that's a 1. Not 1 or 9. 3, 5 pair makes this a 7. So 8
the
doesn't
diagonal
work.
has a 3, 5 pair and a 1.
So that makes the center digit a 9. So 9s come out. This one comes out.
3, 5
One of
pair in
those
the
has
box.
to be 2.
6. Box 6,
1.
yeah. The 5 comes out also in box 6.
9. So this is a 7. And 3. 5, 3, 5, 3. Not a 3, 1, 4 makes that a 3. 3, 5, 9, 3. None of those are 5, so that is 8, 9, and 6, 7, 1, 4, and 5. Not a 5, so 1, 4 pair makes that a 5. And 1-4 made that a 5 anyway. 6-8.
Box 3 needs 5 and 9, and the 5 in box 2 resolves it. So does the 9 in box 1.
2, 4, 6, and 8. 6, 8, 2. Because all of the odds are there.
4, 6,
4,
8,
6,
triple.
8 makes that a 2. One, 2, 3, 4, 5 odds. 2, 4, 6, and 8. This is a 2 or 6. 4, 8 pair means that's not a 4 or 8. And 1 and 3, and the last odd, 2, 4, 6, or 8. It's not a 4, 2 or 6, 3 or 8. 9, 7, 3, 4, 8. It's not 1. 2, 6 pair. And a 4, 8 pair. Is that a 1, 3 pair?
Column 2 needs 1, 3, 4, and
6? No.
2.
2. 2, 3, 1. We know that those are 2 and 3. 6, 8, 2, and 7. 3, 5, 1, and 9.
2,
5,
6,
9, 8,
and
3,
7.
2, 6
2,
pair
6
makes
pair.
this a 7. That's all the 7s. Well, what's left over? 7, 5, 9, 2, 8, 3, 6, 8, 1, 7, 6, 8, 3, 5, 8, 1, and 9. And a 4, 8 pair takes 4 and 8 out. That didn't have any fancy combinations. It's not helpful.
Are there negative constraints?
I don't think so. Nope.
Okay. Oh, box 9, the white Kropke dot.
Oh, there. 4. Makes that a 6, an 8, a 4, 6, 4. Not a 4. Not a 4. I can press the right button sometime today. 1, 4, 1. 3, 3, 1, 9, 5, 6, 3, 2, 4, 8, 9, 1, 2, 4, 5, 4, 1, 6, 2, 8, 2, 8, and 6, and we're done. Missing little things like that.
Well, I was looking at the Kropke dot in box 1, thinking, okay, if does it no that nothing helps there, and then I saw the one, and yeah.
I completely missed it, so. And I'd probably still be searching for little tiny finicky.
Start coloring things to figure
Yeah.
out, okay, which one is which.
Exactly. Doing all sorts of harder logic when there's this one right there, just staring at us. I'm so glad you saw that one. All right, then that's the end of diagonal snakes. Now we're on to only even or even only odd by Sudoku. Sujoiku? I think it's Sujoiku. Hopefully that's correct. Normal Sudoku rules apply. A clue outside the grid indicates the value of the sum of all even or all odd digits on the indicated diagonal. If the even digits are counted, no odd digit contributes to the sum and vice versa. Digits in a cage do not repeat, and the clue in a cage indicates the sum of all even digits or of all odd digits which are contained in that cage. Okay.
Interesting. The zeros.
Yeah. So that means that along this diagonal, all of the digits are the same parity. Along this diagonal, they're all the same. And along this diagonal, they're all the same.
Box 7? Oh, no, never mind. Well, there's a 7. A box has a 7 in it. In box 7.
Mm-hmm.
Which you can't.
If it was these two, you couldn't do it. Because you can't do it in two odds and you can't do it in two evens.
Right.
So this
So that has
to be a 7, which means these are all of the red digits are odd. 9 is the same, isn't it? You can't do it in two evens or two odds. So blue, not here, and none of these are 7.
And since red and blue are both odd, yellow has to be even. Otherwise, you can't do anything with.
Right. And you can't put an 8 or a 4 in there. So this is a 2 or 6. Okay, then I don't think I need to care about... Well, what I should do is all of red and all of blue should switch to orange, and all of yellow should switch to green. Orange for odd and green for even.
Right.
Now, this diagonal, I'm going to mark in red. Actually, I'm going to mark this one in red.
2. And the center digit, I guess it could do 2 1s.
Right. Now, the red diagonal cannot be counting odds.
Right.
So, along the red diagonal, there is a singular even 2. Blue is the same thing. It cannot be counting odds. So there is a singular blue 2. Now, if yellow was counting evens, one of these two is a 4 or an 8, which means that yellow is counting odds, and therefore one of these is a 1 that is being counted.
And the other one's even, one's odd.
Yeah. The 148 triple.
Mm-hmm.
Now, 30. Oh, this 3. Well, wait.
Yeah,
Hold on.
that's what I was looking at. Well, it would have to be a singular 3.
Right. Because if
you
you were to
can't
do
do
it.
1 and 2.
Right.
But we don't know if it's. But we know 2 are even and 1 is odd. The same with the 1 in box 8.
Mm-hmm. And the 5 in box 2.
Yeah.
$18 cannot be done in 2 digits, so it has to be done in 3, so they're all even. And it's 468. Which means you have a 6 over here. And 16, the only way that works in odds is 7, 9. So this could be a 6, 7, 9 pair, or triple.
Right.
Which I know the 6 is down here because the 6 is there and there.
Right, yeah.
Okay. This 4 is complete, either in the odds or the even.
Right.
So whatever these are, they're all the same. I'm going to make them purple. This is either 286 or 796. Eight. $32. If I go ahead.
Box 9, the 15.
Mm-hmm.
You can't do it in 1, obviously.
Yeah.
You can't do it in 2 because you'd have to have an even and an odd. So it's going to have to be all 3, and they're going to be odd.
Right. Oh, wait, hold on. And knowing that they're all odd, that means red, yellow, and blue. Oh, never mind.
Yeah, because that wasn't.
Because red, there is a 2 somewhere. Blue, there is a 2 somewhere. And yellow, there is another 1 somewhere. So that could be this
Right.
1 in the 15. Because 5 and 9. 1, 5,
5
and 9
and 9,
is 14.
yeah.
And in fact, it has to be 1, 5, and 9, doesn't it? Because I have to remove 10. I guess it could be 3, 7.
Yeah.
So it could be any of the odds. So that's not that useful.
But column 8 does have 4 odds now.
Yeah. So these are an uneven pair. $32. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. If they were all evens, what is the maximum I could have? 8, 8, 8. Well, that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 8s, which is 40. And then a pair of 6s, which would be 52. So I'd be over by 20. If I'm counting odds, they have to come in pairs, but 4 9s is 36, and a pair of 7s would be 14 on top of that for 50. So I've got a lot of wiggle room for this 32.
Yeah.
Although, I cannot have 2 odds in this 3. So I guess that technically takes out... Well, if I was counting odds, this would be a 3 then. So that would be a 9.
Necessarily. Because the 3 could be on the blue.
Well, to maximize this diagonal with odds,
yeah,
either neither of those are odds, or if there is an odd, it has to be a singular 3. So that actually makes this 1, 2, 3 9s.
37. A 3 and a 7.
Yeah. So it's still possible with some wiggle room. Although we know that this would have to be a 1.
Right.
So that takes... So, wait, hold on. 9, 9, 9 is 27. Plus 3 is 30. Plus 1 is 31. I cannot add any more. That is the maximum possible. So we're counting evens along this diagonal. Okay, so let's make this one red. And we're counting evens. Oh, this would be a 4-8 pair as maximum. The 6s down here.
Right. And the 6 cannot go with 2 evens. Well, I guess it could. Because...
You saying this couldn't be 2, 8, 6?
It can. I just realized it can because it could be 3 and whatever the other even. Well, no, because then that would have to also have another even in the 3.
Right, we
the
know
3
that
has
this
to
is
have
2
2
evens.
in it.
So this cannot
so
be
that
3
cannot
evens.
be 3 evens.
7 and 9 are out there. I keep wanting to put 3 here, but gray is not. Gray's just indicating that diagonal. It's not like purple. We know that this is 2 evens, a third even, so this is an odd-even pair.
Yeah.
Oh. This cannot be two evens. Because there's already 3 in the row.
Right.
So this digit is even. Not 6.
And one of the 2 there in row 4 in the 3 is the 3, which takes the 3 out of the other 2. Yeah.
And we know that one of them is even, because it's not possible for it to be neither, so this digit is odd. 7 and 9 is out, and so is 3. And that's all of my odds. 2, 4, 6, 8 out of 6. And these two become odd. This can still be 1 and 3.
Right. Oh, in box 8, the 1 has to be in the 1 cage. So it
Right,
can't
so
be
this
in
is
the
a good one.
little piddly, but you know.
Yeah.
Oh, and in box 2, the 5 has to be in the 5 cage, so it's the 5 is out of the last self. There again, little piddly thing, but whatever.
Mm-hmm. There's only one even in blue, one even in red, and only 2 odds in
no,
yellow.
because that could be 3.
We know that 2 of these are even. Because there's only 1 odd left in yellow. But red and blue, there's only 1 even. And they cannot both be up here. So we know that this is 3 odds. Minimum. But I don't think that's useful enough.
Oh,
Gray's...
okay. The yellow diagonal.
Yeah.
It's going to be in 2 1s.
Yeah.
So the point of that 15 has to be a 1.
Oh, right. It's odd. So now the rest of yellow has to be even. And these sum to 14.
Is going to be 5, 9.
And this one's 5, and that one's 9. I don't know why I got so confused on that one.
It is kind of confusing. Okay. Box 3, the 1 and 5 come out of cell 2.
Box 3, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4. This is not even pair. Okay. So now... Could this not be even? 4 and 8 is 12. Plus another 8 is 20. Plus 14 is 34. Plus 8 is 42. So this could be not even. This has to be 2 or 3. Because if it's not a 2, then it's the 3 that's in this cage. And if it's not the 3, then because the blue here is
Right.
the 2, it has
Right.
to be 2 or 3 there. And this has to be 2 or 5 in the same manner, doesn't it? Because
Yeah.
if it's odd...
even, it's the 2. If it's odd, it's the 5. Oh. Row 4. Since the 3 cage has to have an even and an odd, it's the 3 and an even. There's 3 more evens in that row, so that's a 1. That yellow.
Now I don't need yellow, they're just odd. And that makes this 5, 1. Not 5, not 1 or 5. 3, 5. 7 ends up being one of these two. This cannot be odd, because it would be a 7. So it's even. Means 1 is one of those two. And where can the 1 go in here if it's not along the top row? Well, it's none of those, and it's not that one. So this is the 1. Ah, but 7 has to be one of these two, so this is even, isn't it?
Yes.
Unless I just messed up the 7 in here. I don't think I messed up the 7. just that it doesn't have to be in this row. Or it doesn't have to be one of these two. This could be a 7. It's just that that couldn't be odd.
Right.
Because it would be a 7. So that, I don't think I messed anything else up. Well, this is an odd-even pair. If this was the even digit, it has to be a 2, because 4, 6, and 8 are used up. If it's odd, then this is an even digit, and it would have to be a 2 because it's on red, which has to have a singular even digit that is a 2.
Right.
So this isn't a 2. Although it doesn't really matter because it doesn't really pair with anything.
Yeah, like it's just a little piddly thing, but it's something, I guess.
Yeah. Oh, where does the 2 go? Well, we know 2 has to be one of these 3. We got a 4-8 pair and the 6 over there. It doesn't matter. Okay.
Oh, but the 2 cannot be the purple square in box 6 because
Because it
if
can't be
the
odds
4 is
anymore.
even, right, we can't do odds anymore. That's got to be a 4.
So this ends up being 3. So we know that this one's even, so it's counted. And
6, 8 pair, that makes that a 4 in box 4, in row 4. Well, I guess so does the 2, 8 pair in box 4.
yeah,
Whatever.
there's lots of ways to get to the same answer.
Alright, so the zeros are all done. The 4 is done. That
If we
8
look at
is
this
not.
diagonal,
Oh, it
it can
can't be
become yellow,
evens because it can't be evens.
because those are a minimum of 10.
Right.
So it has to be our odds that are counted. So
Right.
this
And
isn't a
so
9.
that can't be a 9.
And this
Nor is
can't be a
that.
9 either. So this is our 9. 7, 6, 9. And those are all odds. 6 is even. 9 is out of these. 7 out of that row. This isn't a 6. This isn't a 6.
In row 5, the 9 has to be in box 5. So the
So
7
7,
is 7.
9, 7. One, two, three, 4. Blue, there is a singular even digit that is a 2. This one cannot be a 2. And since it's not a 2, it must be odd, which makes it a 1.
And therefore it must be the 1.
And now this is even, and because it's even, it's not in our yellow diagonal, but it is in gray.
Alright. Row 7 has 4 odds, so the 5th odd is in box 9.
And it can't be a 5, it would have to be a 3.
Right, 3 and 5 are what's left.
This ended up being a 2, which is our singular even digit.
Which also gave us our odd for row 8. Or for row 7, sorry.
That's not. 1, 2, so this ends up being a 2. This cannot be 2, so it's odd. Nine, 3, 5 pair. Now one of these two is a 2. Don't know which yet. Counting our odds. Well, this one's not odd. 4, 6, or 8. We've got those 3.
Isn't it going to have to be done in 2? Right,
Right.
since they're odd, it's only in 2. That's an even odd pair. And the one in column 9 has to be odd.
So
That's a
3 and
3,
5.
5. Yeah.
And this one's even. Because those end up being, well, they're 3 and 5 and they're different. So
Right.
neither of these could be 3 or 5. They're both 1. Because they see both.
Right.
3, 5 pair makes that a 7. Three, 5 pair makes that a 7.
That's
Oh, this is the singular odd in the 5.
Oh, right.
Three, 9, 5, 3, 5 makes that a 5, which means I can take out yellow.
Oh, yeah. I say, oh, wait a minute, that doesn't work. They're both 3s. Oh, no, I'm looking at the wrong thing.
So this is even.
All right, row 2 needs one more odd. The blue one cannot be odd because 7 and 9 are what's left. And it's C79 in the column.
So that makes it a 2.
And that other blue is odd.
Yeah, it's a 7. This is even, 2, 4, 6, or 8, and it's counted towards our gray total.
Gray.
This is also even.
That's even.
1, 2. These are all odd. 3, 7, and 9.
The gray in row 3 is odd. It's a 1.
So it's not counted. And this is a 7. It's a 9, 7, so this is odd. This one's even, 4, 6, or 8. This is odd, it's a 9. This is 1, and this is even, 4, 6, 8. Alright, what is the maximum I can make this? 8.
Too much.
I guess then, what is the minimum I can make it? So that would be 6, 10,
12, 16, 18.
Okay. Can this be a 2? That would be 6, 8, 8, 6, and 8. So 1, 2, 3 times 8 is 24, plus a 6 is 34. That's fine. This can be a 2. Six, 8 pair in row 2 makes this a 4. One of these days I'll learn how to sit in my chair properly. 8, 6. Those aren't 8s, so this is 4, 6, not an 8, not an 8, not 6s. That's a 2 apparently. Six, 4, 8, 6, 8, 8, 6, 8.
14, 24. We're at 24 in the gray, so that's an 8.
8, 6, 2, 4, 2. And that is correct. That was a hard puzzle. I think that one was pretty hard. We did it just over half an hour. But even so, that was still, I think, really, really difficult.
It definitely had its challenges.
Mm-hmm. How long did it take Mark or Simon to solve that one? Would have been this one. So that was a Mark puzzle. The video's 33 minutes. So we're not too far behind Mark there. Yeah. Alright, then let's head over to the next puzzle, which will probably be the last one for today. This is going to be Collider by James Sinclair. Before we do that, grab this one here, put it into my notes app, which is just so bad, but here, okay, and that, okay. All right. And Collider by James Sinclair. Normal Sudoku rules apply. On each diagonal, marked in blue, digits cannot repeat. Some cages show their sums, and digits cannot repeat within a cage. A digit inside a white circle must appear in at least one of the 4 cells surrounding that circle. Digits in cells with a shaded square must be even. Digits in cells separated by a black dot have a 1-to-2 ratio, i.e. one digit must be double the other. Alright. So we just have the negative constraint on the diagonals. And killer Sudoku rules, and crocky dots, and quadruples. And shaded squares. Alright. Nothing crazy in this one. 6, 8. Well, these are all 13. And if we look at these dots here, we know that they're a multiple of 3.
Right.
So the smallest digit cannot be a 4, because that would be 12 in 2 digits. So it's 1, 2, 3, 4, and 6. And let's say the smallest digit was a 3. 3 and 6 is 9.
Well,
Go ahead.
if it's 6, then it has to be 1, 2, 4. To sum to 13.
Right. And then
so
we wouldn't have a 3.
6.
So we know they all have 2's on them. This one sees that one. This one doesn't have a 2 in it at all. 1, 3, 4, and 5 is, 6 and 7? That's 13 already. Or I guess 1 through 5 minus 2. 1 through 5 is 15, subtract out 2, you get 13. So we know that that's 1, 3, 4, or 5. And this can't have a 2 in it either, 1, 3, 4, 5, because the 2 in this column,
right.
Or rather, this 2 takes it out of there, and that 2 takes it out of there. So this one's also 1, 3, 4, 5. Wait.
No, it's
is
not. Not necessarily.
Yeah, it's just removed out of these 2. Oh, these 2 aren't 2s. We know that one of those 2 is a 2. I don't know which, though. This is either 3 or 6. So these are either 7 or 10.
In box, or the quad circle between boxes 8 and 9, the 2 has to be in box 9 because of the column.
So because of the way that these work, this sees all 3 of those, and each one sees all 3 of the others. So they all have to be different. This ends up being a 2 because this, as you pointed out, then removes the 2 from here. So we get a 2 there. We need a 6 in this region. I'm assuming it's going to be the 6 here.
Yeah, but it could be in the 13, and then it's 1, 2, 4.
Yeah. These 3 all have to be different. And they all see that one. Those 4 are a quad. So this one cannot be 1, 3, 4, or 5, or 2.
The center digit is odd.
Right. Because of
Not
the
that
4
that's helpful.
evens around the
Right.
middles of the corner boxes. Let's say these were both 6. That means they're 2, 4. Then the only way to get 7 would be, it couldn't be 2, 5, and it's 1, 4. That would have to be 1, 6. So these cannot both be 2, 4. But for 10, it's not 5, and it can't be 2, 8 for either of them. And then it wouldn't be 1, 9. You could theoretically have them both be 1, 2 pairs. And then this would end up being 4, 6, and this one would be 3, 7. Now, if they're both 1, 2 pairs, you end up with a 4 here and a 1 in there. Can I do 13 without a 1? No, because 15 minus 1 is 14. So I have to have a 1 in here. So this cannot be a 1, 2, and this be a 1, 2, because then my 1s would clash in box 6.
So 6 has to be in one of those on the left. So it has to be in the one on the bottom.
Right. So this is 1, 4, or 6. Or, well, yeah, because 2, 4 forces 1, 6. Right? Because if this was 2, 4,
right,
then 2 and 4 is 6. The remainder is 13, or 7 from the 13. So that would have to be 1 and 6, because I have to have a 1 in it, which we just showed. And the 1, 6, this is in here. So we know that this one is our 1, 2. And now we have to now have a 1 down here, because this cannot go 2, 3, 4, 5, because
right.
2, 3, 4, and 5 is 14. So now this is 2 and 4, and now this can't have a 4, and it's 1 and 6.
And the 2, 4 goes across the end of row 7 to make that a 1.
Right. And this is 10, which is 3, 7, or 4, 6.
And the top can't be 6 because it sees 6 in the row.
Right. And the bottom is not a 4 because it also sees 4 in a row.
Right. And the 2, 4 takes out the 4. Ah, and in the quad between boxes 8 and 9, there's a 1 in box 9, so the 1 is in box 8.
This is a 4. Seven makes that a 5, 4, and 3. This means this is a 1, 6. 6, 8 pair. Rather, 6, 8 pair makes that 1, 6, 2, 1. Not a 1. 4, 2.
Okay, the 13 box between boxes 7, and 8. The 1 has to be on the left because it can't be in box 8. I guess that was the only thing we knew, huh?
Yeah. Flip over in here. 1, 6, 2, 5, and 3. And none of these are 4, so that is. 3, 7 means that's not a 7.
In box 4, the 4 has to be in the center row, which, yeah.
So what's left over? 3, 7, 4, 6, and 1. Neither of these are a 2. This isn't an 8 because of the 6, 8 pair here.
So there's only 2 spots for a 2 in box 5. Can't go on the diagonals. Already got one on the... Oh, I guess it could go on, yeah, that diagonal. So there's 3 spots for a 2. For some reason, I was taking it out of both diagonals.
2, 5, 1, 4, 3, 7, 6, 8, and 9. This cage doesn't have a sum.
Right.
This one is 13. Well, the largest possible digit in here is a 7. If you did 1, 2, 3, and
Right.
7. Which is possible. What are these for? 6, 7, 8, 9? Which combines with that to make this one 3 or 5. Well, I guess what are these? 1, 2, 4. And these two aren't 6.
The positive
That's
diagonal? Where does the 1 go?
Can't go there. Can't go there or there. Not that one or this one.
Well,
It's
it
none of
can't be...
those.
The 1 has to be in the 13 cage in box 7.
Right. So then we get a 1 there.
In the negative diagonal, the 2 can't go in box 1 or 9.
So it's here.
Yep.
5,
They
8,
both
9
have
means a 2's
4s.
here.
Both diagonals have 4s. Both diagonals have 1 and 2.
Oh, this does not have a 2 on it because of the 2 2's. So it
Right.
cannot be 6 and 7. It's 1, 3, 5, and 4.
Column 3 has a 1, 3, 5 triple. So now it has an 8, 9 pair.
And now a 6, 7 pair.
Yep.
one of these is 6, and one of those is 6.
Yeah. Column 4 has 6, 7, 8, 9 left.
Column 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, you said?
Uh-huh. And that's 6, 7, 8, 9 on the diagonal, the positive diagonal. So we
So
need
that's
3
what?
and 5.
3 and 5?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, 3, 7 makes that 5. 3, 7, 3. Not 3 is 3. Not 3 is 3. None of those are 3. This isn't a 7. 5, 8, and 9. Which,
Can't
1,
be
5.
5. 6, 7, 8, 9.
And not 6 or 8. 7, 9 pair.
Yeah. Row 1 has a 7, 8, 9 triple.
5, 1, 3, 6, 1, 5. Not a 5. 7, 3, 2, 5, 1, and 4. This one's not a 6. 8, 9 pair makes that a 6. Those aren't 6s. 7, 8, 9 means that's a 6. That's an 8. This is an 8. These aren't 9, 7, 6, 7, 9, 8. Not a 6. None of those are 7s. 7, 9, 8. Not an 8. 9, 7, 8, 9, 6. Not a 6. 8. 3, 7. Not an 8. 3, 4, and 7.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5,
5,
6, 7. Box. The diagonal in box 9 has 8, 9 pair.
8, 9, 6, 9, 3, and 6, and 2,
Needs a
5,
5.
and 7. 2, 7, 1, 5. Not a 1 is a 1. I need a 2 in here. It's not there, and not this one. I need a 5,
Row
which is going to
9
be
needs
this
a
one.
9.
9, and a 6, and an 8, and 9 and 8, and we're done.
Sweet. That took less than half, and that took 17 and a half minutes.
Yeah, that was a pretty quick puzzle. Yeah, that one was a Simon puzzle. His video's 41 minutes long.
That's not. Oh, yeah, it is. I was going to say, that's not the same, but yes, it is.
Yeah. He's got some highlighting in the thumbnail.
Yeah.
I'm not sure whether or not he just took a long time explaining things, or if other stuff happened, but that was a pretty good puzzle.
We had 2 of us spotting things, so.
That helps that there's 2 of us, but even still, and I think we do an okay job of explaining things. We don't ignore talking about the logic. At least I hope we don't. Yeah. All right. Well, yeah. I think because there's 5 minutes until 10, so I don't think we're gonna do another puzzle.
No.
So, this there. So, guess I should double check these links before I, whoops, paste them in to the video description. Alright, those all copy. Then, can I edit the video description from OBS? Tools, stream elements. have to sign in. That's okay. I have Google Chrome. But yeah, so that is done. We're done with Sudoku for now. So I guess I can stop recording. I need to take up all the space. Yes. Opposed to. Alright, well, since we're done with Sudoku, that is going to be it for today. Any final comments, Mama?
Not that I know of. Oh, are we gonna go Tuesday? Did we decide Tuesday? So
Right,
we're
so,
Sudokuing tomorrow?
yeah, so we wanted to move off of Thursday because you have, to give you more time on Thursday and to not have to worry about, like,
Being rushed to get
overlap.
back.
Exactly. So, yeah, so I think Tuesday would be preferential for me. So,
Okay.
if you're fine with Tuesday, then we will be back tomorrow with Tuesday Sudoku instead of Thursday Sudoku. Yeah, and then I think I need to keep streaming in Discord. But any other final thoughts, Mama, before we sign off?
I don't think so. I barely have thoughts, so.
That happens. Alright, then anyone who watched, thank you. Like, comment, subscribe, all the fancy YouTube thingies. Yeah, that is the end of the stream and